What's up, family? Hey, so I was talking to a dear friend of mine last night, and we were talking about how to heal broken hearts, how to move forward. And it was crazy because um, in the past, I didn't know how to do that. And the crazy thing is, I did want to do that. I didn't know how to do it, and so I always drank, and that was always my thing, drinking, you know. And so it's like there was nothing for me to go grab me a bottle, and just start chugging, because I didn't want to deal with it. It was easy for me to grab the kids and go out to the movies or go do something to distract me from whatever it was that I was dealing with until nighttime, and it was nighttime, it's time to go to bed, and it's like, okay, now I gotta grab me a bottle to drink this, so I can go to sleep, because that was my escape, that was my distraction. And so I've learned through time and through my growth and development that you can heal a broken heart. And it's not no long process, long drawn out process. It's not something that takes years to get over and get past and get beyond. Once you get to a certain level, and again, it takes time to get there. Don't think that you're gonna just go out there and just whoop de whoop and man. Elijah said they did it, and so I'm at that level because I promise you, you're not until you're really at that level. And so, um, for me, when I'm going through something devastating now, when I'm going through something that's really got me twisted, for me, I could sit back and, like I was talking to this young lady, Ree, I sit back and I'm talking to her about what's going on, and just like da 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 da. And I'm talking to her because I'm trying to get it out. And that's important. I'm getting out that energy. I'm getting out that negative energy, that negative vibe that I'm feeling, all that negativity, all that toxicity. I'm talking it out. I'm getting it out. That's first and foremost. I'm getting it out of me. Okay. And I do that not to get caught up on the long woe is me and blah 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 blah. We're gonna go back and forth and we're gonna beat down this other person and I'm gonna be a victim and whoop de whoop de whoop and I want you to ride with me on this one because that other person ain't crap and blah blah blah. No, it's nothing like that. That's what people do that don't know any better. Okay. For me, I get that negativity out. All right. Boom. It's out. I've released it. Okay. Now, by talking about it, getting it out, I'm able to hear. I'm able to see it more clearly. Now I'm able to process it. Now I'm able to understand the dynamics of what transpired. And now that I'm able to understand the dynamics of what transpired, I'm able to sit back and say, wow, okay, this is what happened. Because I'm being brutally honest, I'm being completely transparent in this process. This is what transpired. Wow, okay. This is what probably should have happened. This is what didn't happen. Um, this is why I reacted this way. This is why I responded this way. This is why I didn't respond that way. And so by looking at it, I'm able to see it like it's a movie. And so I'm seeing the whole thing play out in front of me. It's just one big screen, just like playing out in front of me. This is what transpired. Whoop, 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 whoop. And so you're watching it. And the thing is, I sit back and like the other night, I was just smiling. And I was smiling because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I'm sitting back and I'm smiling. And I'm like, dang, I see where I've grown. I see how much I really have grown. Because in the past, man, I would have went left. In the past, I would have went in hard. In the past, man, no. And so now, because of the growth and development and all the hard work that I've put in to get to this point, I'm able to sit back and look at it and like, dang, wow, that's crazy. All right, well, thank you. And so now I'm looking at this situation and I'm looking for the lessons. In the past, I would have been trying to play the victim. In the past, I'd have been like, that person ain't blank, blank, blah, 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 and whoopty, whoopty, whoop, and they ain't did it. You know, that's because that's what we do. When we're immature, we play the victim role. The woe is me, you know. But after you grow and you mature, you sit back and you're like, okay, what's the lessons? Forget what that person did. I don't care about that. That's not important to me because they ain't got nothing to do with my growth and development. Because I understand everything happens for a reason. Everything is about pushing you further on your growth and development. Everything is about pushing you further on your path. And so for me, what is the lessons that I'm supposed to learn from this? It's not about fault finding with me. It's not about, man, Elijah, you suck or you blah, 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 blah. It's not about that person suck and whoopty, whoopty, whoop. It ain't about none of that. That's judgment. That's judgment. That's contrary. That's contradictory to growth and development. You can't have judgment and growth and development. Because as long as there's judgment, there's not going to be growth and development. And so you sit back and, I'm talking about me. I'll sit back and I'll look at it and be like, dang, okay, what's the lessons? What did I learn from this? What is this supposed to teach me? And I'll write them down. Whether I grab my phone and I'll write them in my notes section, I'll grab a pencil or pen and I'll just start writing them down. What did I learn in this? This is what transpired. What did I learn? What is this supposed to teach me? And as I'm writing this stuff, I'm saying that out loud. What am I supposed to learn from this? What is this supposed to teach me? And the crazy thing is, it always teaches you where you're at. First and foremost, every situation teaches you where you're at. Whether you need to grow in that area or it's showing you, look how far you've come. Look what you've done. Look how much growth you've done in this area. And so for me, I'll sit back and I'll smile like, dang, I've grown so much. Because I remember when I was a knucklehead. I remember when I would have handled this totally different. And you know what? And so as I start writing all the lessons, the pain, the sting, the hurt, whatever it is the situation has caused, that's just an emotional trip. It's an emotional trip. And it's either going to take you back down the wrong way or it's going to reveal to you how much you've grown and where you need to grow. So that's the only thing it's going to do. It's going to take you down the wrong path, the path that you're comfortable with, that you were comfortable with, what you've done in the past, how you've handled this in the past. Or it's going to show you how much you've grown. Or it's going to show you how much you need to grow. And so for me, I sit back and I smile and it's like, dang, I've grown so much. And I look at that and it's like, okay, cool. And it's like, that's a positive thing. That's a very positive thing. Because now this situation, although it hurt, although it may be painful, whatever the case may be, there's some benefit to it. It's benefiting me because I'm learning, I'm growing, and that's all I'm all about. I'm all about my growth and development. I don't care at what cost. I'm about my growth and development because that's why I'm here. And so I'm no longer mad at this person. I'm not even tripping about this person because I see benefit in this situation. I see something that I've learned. Something's been brought to my attention. And so whereas in the past, initially, there was hurt, and there was anger, and there was all these other feelings, now I'm able to sit back and like, dang, that animosity, that hurt, that pain and resentment, whatever it is, those feelings of negativity are no longer there. Because I completely flipped the script to it being a positive thing. I took it and changed it from being something negative to being something positive because I'm learning from this. It's showing me how much I've grown. And that's always a beautiful thing. That's always a positive thing. And so your feelings completely switch. And so you go from being hurt, you go from being broken, you go from being devastated to now you're smiling, now it's good. Now it's good. Because you've released that negativity. You've released the fact that, you know, this didn't work the way you wanted it to, this didn't work the way you expected to, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and blah, 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 blah. That's all negative. That's all drama. That's all bad. It is. It's all bad. And that's where most of us get stuck at, because we get fixated on that. And so for me, it's like, man, I'm learning. I grew, man. Look how much I've grown, dang. And it don't matter whether other people see the growth. It don't matter if anybody else sees the growth or not. I see it, and that's all that matters. And so I could go from being broken, I could go from being hurt to dealing with that, processing it, releasing it, and in a completely, totally different mood, positive mood, where it's all good. The situation hasn't changed. Understand that. The situation is still the same situation. All that's changed is my thought process. All that's changed is how I'm responding to that situation. That's the only thing that's changed. Because initially I was hurt. Initially I was pissed. Initially I felt broken, or whatever the case may be. Because I sat in it, I was completely open and transparent with it. I processed it. I learned the lessons. I discovered the lessons. I accepted the lessons. And in the process of understanding the lessons, in the process of learning the lessons, I released the pain. I released the negativity that had me gripped, that had me bound, that had me tied up and twisted. And so now I'm in a totally different mood. Now I'm all good. And now when I think about that person, I'm not looking at that person sideways. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm not hurt. I'm not none of those things. It's all good. It's all good because, man, I see my growth. It's all good because I learned the lessons from it. And so when you learn the lessons from it, it's how can I be mad at you? You helped me learn something about me. How can I be mad at you? You showed me something positive and valuable that I needed to learn, that I needed to see. It's all in your mind. Being broken and being healed. It's all in your mind. And it's all in how you choose to deal with the situation. You could choose to deal with the situation and stay hurt. You're not really dealing with it. You could hold on to that situation and stay hurt, stay broken, stay devastated, or you can take that situation, take the bull by the horns, as they say, deal with it, process it completely transparently, learn the lessons, accept the lessons, embrace the lessons, and release it. Not the lessons, you release all the negativity, all the bitterness and all the negative feelings that you initially had. And that's a natural process. You don't even have to release it. It automatically goes away. It falls away as you start embracing the positive stuff that came out of this. As you embrace the lessons, all the pain and suffering fall away. It's all in your head. I love you guys. Peace.